Hello and welcome to tonight's SBC News. A search and rescue operation is underway in La Digue. The visitor was reported missing this morning. According to police, the man left the tourism establishment where he was living at around 11:30 yesterday morning and took the route towards Anskoko. Police also say that the adverse weather conditions we are experiencing are hampering the operation. The Seychelles Maritime Safety Authority is maintaining a red alert to encourage boats to enforce safety measures for its passengers and for people who are going on beaches. This is in view of the continued adverse weather conditions. The SMSA's chief executive, Captain Joachim Valmont, said together with their partners, namely the Coast Guard and the Maritime Police, they are satisfied with the outcome of the Feast of the Assumption on La Digue. This was when restriction was placed on the operation and use of vessels under 7 meters carrying passengers to and from the inner islands.
We are very satisfied the way that the event developed. This is due to the fact that we didn't encounter any major accident except for the incident whereby a fishing vessel capsized and unfortunately the skipper lost his life. But all of them, all the crew members, there were 7 of them, all of them Sri Lankan. And then there was another incident with a hire-craft vessel with some passengers on board that had some water ingress, but that another boat plus the Coast Guard assisted, and the boat was later refloated. With regards to La Digue, the incident, there was no major incident, except for a few small tender boats that were bringing passengers to shore without wearing life jacket, but that most of them were intercepted by the Seychelles Coast Guard that was stationed there. And also, we put out an alert because when we visited Grand Anse on La Digue, we saw some tourists. It was very rough out there, and lifeguard noticed, and eyewitness as well, some tourists going for a swim. So lifeguard advised them to get off from the sea, and it was then that we decided that we should definitely use a red flag to advise tourists as well as Seychellois not to go swimming when it's bad and very windy out there, rough weather, I mean. So this is being enforced actually by the lifeguard services.
The Ministry of Investment, Entrepreneurship and Industry has started a series of meetings and discussions with its partners to familiarize them with SI 76, the regulations that guide foreigners' investments in Seychelles. The first such workshop was held with the Seychelles Licensing Authority as well as registrars. SI 76 of 2022 replaces SI 148 that was annulled in 2020 and is a statutory instrument of the Seychelles Investment Act. To ensure that Seychellois still have the spaces and opportunities to do business in the country, there are restrictions on what and in what areas foreigners can invest in Seychelles. For example, foreigners can invest on their own in the legal, accounting, auditing and telecommunications fields. For businesses such as restaurants with fewer than 21 tables and for hotels with between 16 and 24 rooms, foreign investors must partner with a Seychellois who owns most shares in the company. The Principal Secretary for Investment, Michael Nalitambi, explained that all of this is included in SI 76 and said that the session is a series which will be conducted with other relevant entities. President Wavel Ramkalawan has delivered 2 main interventions during the 42nd Ordinary Summit of SADC Heads of State and Government, which adjourned late yesterday evening. His interventions were on key decisions aligned with the Seychelles agenda as an African small island developing state.
The two decisions highlighted by President Ramkalawan was firstly the urgency for maritime security needs to be addressed in the SADC region and the amendment of the SADC Treaty on the transformation of the SADC Parliamentary Forum into a SADC Parliament. Commenting on politics and security in the region, President Ramkalawan stressed on Seychelles' impending concern that maritime security continues to be a threat to its safety, but becoming one of the most significant issues for the whole African continent. Addressing the summit of heads of state and government, the president outlined a set of recommendations to the summit, which were later adopted as one of the key final decisions of this summit in steering the course of the SADC maritime security strategy. President Ramkalawan congratulated the summit for the immense progress made on the transformation of the SADC Parliamentary Forum into a SADC Parliament, which has not only demonstrated the leadership of member states, but that they truly believe in parliamentary democracy and supports the notion that interparliamentarism is a necessary building block. Following all the summit deliberations, the heads of states adopted the annotated agenda and final communique for the 42nd SADC Ordinary Heads of State Summit, as well as signed the various new legal resolutions and amendments to the SADC Treaty. President Ramkalawan, on behalf of the Republic of Seychelles, signed in favor of amending the treaty, permitting the transformation of the SADC Parliamentary Forum into a SADC Parliament. In concluding this year's SADC Heads of State and Government Summit, it was approved for the 43rd SADC Summit to be held in Luanda, Angola in 2023.
And that's it for now. I'll be back with all the day's news in Creole in just an hour's time. Good evening. Good evening.